And we are live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Daily High with your hosts, Matt McGregor and the Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone from Prospera. How are you, mate?
Morning. I'm good. I am back in Roatan, Honduras, in Prospera Zete. Can't wait to spend another week here, and I'll be here the entire month of January. So if anyone is interested
What
in
language
coming
do
to
they
hang out
speak
in
in there?
January,
Is it just English there, or is it a blend of international
a
languages?
blend. It's English and Spanish. Like Spanish
Mm.
is useful, but you can get by on English.
Oh, right on, right on. All right, let's go quick one today because Tone's going to go to the gym, and he's very serious about the gym, and as am I. I'm going to go into a 42-degree bath to try and lose a few kilos. I'll tell you why a little bit later. It's interesting news. Hey, 4-hour time frame. I'm going to work my way up. You know, you could say that this is going to be a higher low and there's a trade on. I don't say that. One could say that. I don't say that. I'm bearish on the price of Bitcoin. I don't like that we came up, couldn't even get to the 30 simple moving average earlier today or last night. Got rejected once again. Now we're below all the moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. There's nothing for me to get excited about. In the Discord group, which I welcome you all to join, people were very much thinking, oh, the lows in, the lows in, the lows in, because we got to, sub 90,000. Maybe they're right. It was actually the prevailing sentiment for a lot of vocal people in the Discord. And I respect their opinions. Perhaps they know more than me. Perhaps this is a higher low and we recover from here. But it's way, way, way too soon for me to make any kind of statement like that. I've seen nothing to suggest that the low's in on the 4-hour time frame or any other time frame. Daily time frame, as it stands, couple of green diamonds. I don't care about daily green diamonds. Yes, historically, they can be bad when the wave is red. When the wave is green, a green diamond is like Tone's favorite buy of all time. That was a really good one there in August. Green diamonds on a daily time frame. They can be a good buy for a bit of a respite. This is the one that you always that's August. Again, another good one. There's one that we go back to. Got to go back a fair ways. The one that you always talk about. This one right here, on the 23rd of the 9th of March, 2023. That was an optimal one, and I love that one. In fact, for alphanumerics, typically when we go for a red wave, when we change from red wave to green wave, the first green diamond on the daily is like the buy I always spout off about. Much the same as this one, even though that went into the red. It was the first one we had during that consolidation period, led to a great buy. But this sort of thing here is what it scares me. Even though that did get a good recovery and like a flash crash can pull one, plenty of times when the wave is red, if we're going into a bear market type of thing, you'll just get green diamonds on the daily all the way down. It's not enough for me, even though, a bit of respite. We could definitely pop up to the 7 simple moving average. Hell, we could pop wherever, but it's not enough for me to lock and load. And trust me, I've got more money than Batman ready to rock on this thing if it comes in what I want to happen. 3-day time frame, we are hunting for these green diamonds. We almost touched the 200 simple moving average on the 3-day time frame. That's an arbitrary thing, doesn't mean anything, but I kind of like getting to that just inside that 200 simple moving average zone, but still putting in a clearer higher low than the previous low that we had, and then getting a 3-day green diamond for some really good respite. But hasn't happened yet, and we're just all eyes on that. Of course, on the weekly, more than anything else, I'm looking to load up on weekly green diamonds, and they're not there yet at all. All the oscillators, nothing has changed on the oscillators from the MACD, flat line down, the Socrates ZXA, flat line down, the RSI, nothing to report, flat line down, but it's good. It's all good stuff. It's getting overextended, and of course, the copy curve is negative. I like everything. I like all the oscillators pointing down. I like that we have a target for 3-day green diamonds, weekly green diamonds, and I think that when those come in, all of those oscillators will bottom out all at the same time and will roll over into a bright and prosperous, pardon the pun, future. Tone, before you go ahead, and I know I'm back in the studio right now, guys, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. We were the only ones in the world that were bearish when we should have been. We've made some pretty good calls, some pretty bad calls, but you've been with us for the journey. We should have more followers. That's all I can say. like, you know, join the Discord group. It's absolutely fantastic, and all the rest of it. If you want alphanumerics, there's 30% off in the description below. It's all there. It's all coming. Tone, take us through it, mate. What do you see? What do you see? Any silver linings?
All right, let's go to my screen share. I was for some reason my spreadsheet was not updating, so I was trying to figure that out. Man, the ETFs are selling a lot of Bitcoin, and this is the problem. Once you start the downtrend, the ETFs are going to extend it. I've been talking about this for a year now. The ETFs will help drive us up, and they will help drive us down. BlackRock was at about 810,000 Bitcoin, and now it's down to 788. So you can see how much Bitcoin has been sold here in November by the ETFs. It's a pretty hefty chunk here. We're down 25,000 Bitcoin sold onto the open market. So hopefully that turns around. The monthly candle, not much to say. It's looking like a very nasty candle. Hopefully this is the bad month, and we're not going to have one of these for the next 6 to 7 months, just like we did in the past several times. Weekly chart. The weekly chart is probably the most concerning to me because according to the weekly chart, we have maybe 5 more weeks of downside to go on the weekly chart. And what will be even more concerning is if this downside, when the weekly hits an MRI buy, puts us at a double bottom without any other support. And that's going to be very, very concerning. But we may be lucky right here, right now. This is the daily chart. And as I stated in our Monday show, Matt, if you remember, I said I would consider catching the falling knife and buying the dip between 89.5 and 91.5. And that's exactly where we fell into yesterday and again today. I don't like the fact that we fell into the zone again today. You don't get, 3 days to buy the low. That's not how it works. You usually only get a few hours to really buy the low and maybe 1 day to buy close to the low. So had today's candle been a green candle up to this point, I would have been fairly confident that a low is in. Maybe not the ultimate low, but potentially the ultimate low on this move. And at least a tradable low would have definitely been in. Getting a second opportunity to buy Bitcoin below 90,000 is not ideal. Not below 90, we fell down to exactly 90, but it's low enough. And we fell down into the just above 89 yesterday. Now, hitting 90 this morning and hitting 89 yesterday, they're too close. That means you've had 2 chances to buy the low. You don't usually get 3 chances to buy the low. If you get 3 chances to buy the low, it's not a low. It's probably going to go lower. So if this candle turns around today and tomorrow we get that green candle, considering it's an MRI, buy opportunity. And we did we go into the 88 zone? No, 89.2 was the low. We got a shot. We got a shot at this. You got that little green diamond on the daily. I know, as Matt said, it's not as important as the weekly ones, though those never as the 3-day ones, or the ones that come in a green wave, not a red wave. I still think this is a tradable bounce to the upside with the MRI buy and the fact that we have fallen a little too far, a little too fast, and we need a little bit of a breather. We hit the buy zone. So let's see if that amounts to anything great. On the hourly chart, we do need us to break the MRI resistance line, which is sitting at 93.3. Basically, get to yesterday's high and break it a little bit. And then I think we have a shot to get back to 100. Once we're back to 100, we got other problems. We got this situation happening right here, and that's a serious problem. And I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of this.
Yeah, just while you do that, I really think patience is the key. I've seen so many people make so much money for like a 2-year bull market, and then in the first 6 months of a bear market, take every buy the dip on and overtrade when doing nothing can sometimes be better, or just waiting for confirmation. I always think that, I always think like that's why the green diamonds are so good, because it's like, oh well, I'll just buy green diamonds, wait 4 years, it's all good, or I'll wait for like a breakout when the whole market's ripping, and I'll jump in confirmation. Trying to like pick intraday lows and stuff is a real professional's game, and maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. You know that yourself.
Well, on the 4 hour, I have good news for you guys. We had divergence from the 14th to the 17th. There was divergence across everything. Divergence on CMF. I don't know why it's not drawing. Divergence on CMF. Divergence on MACD. Well, sorry, MACD is down there. It wasn't a divergence on RSI. There,
maybe
that one's 50-50. But with this higher low that's happening right now, assuming we break yesterday's high, you have very good confirmation. And the CMF is even in the green. And look how much higher the RSI is. So the 4 hour looks promising. I'm not going to say this is the swing low yet, but it looks promising. Okay.
I agree, Tone. Looking at the 4 hour, I could definitely make a case. It's just the higher time frames for me have got me hesitant to load up, because I'm not looking to do a 10x day trade right now. I think a lot of people, I have a very large community, and a lot of people want to plant a flag in the ground for like a big solid move in our community, and I don't want them to get into too many dud trades. But I do see what you're saying, and it's definitely a potential day trade on the table here, if not catching the bottom. I agree. I see it.
Yeah, I'm a little the opposite, right? Because it's a day trade, I would go 10x, right? But
yeah. That's right.
I would go 10x on a day trade. I wouldn't go, let's say, I would not do 3x for the next 2 months, but I would do 10x on the next 48 hours.
And I agree with that. I just meant, like, I think there's an appetite for buying a really good position that you can sit in for like 12 months right now in the community. I think that's what people are looking for. Where can I buy a really good $88,000 buy that I can hold to 200? I think that's what the consensus is.
I am looking for something very important to happen on March 18th. I think once we're in the middle of January, it should be a little clearer what can happen on March 18th. For now, it's just a day that we will keep an eye on. Not much to say on these charts. Not much to say on Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at gold and oil. Keep in mind, gold will be at an MRI top monthly next month. That's 2 weeks away. I think the intra-month top is in for gold. But we will see how that plays out. Same for silver. Oh, silver is going back up. Silver is back up to 52. I am still bearish on silver, but this is looking like a cup and handle. If silver gets back to 53 and above, I will no longer be bearish on silver.
A lot of people are talking about max pain in the options market. Seems to be consensus that we've got. They're saying it looks like there's 10% upside for Bitcoin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. God, we've got some smart people in this bloody chat. Tell you what.
And S&P 500 is looking okay. Look, we're near the all-time highs. So
this is all good stuff for Bitcoin. The max pain, the S&P ripping, gold and silver ripping. Like if Bitcoin, I never believe that Bitcoin's in a vacuum. Do you know this? So there's merit to what you're saying. That this could be it.
All right, Matt, that's it for me.
Yeah, me too, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Look, guys, clarity comes with time. Clarity comes with time. I've always said that. I'm not in any rush. I'm looking to put some serious money into Bitcoin. It's in Bitcoin. I'm looking to put a little juice on the Bitcoin that I've already got. And I'm waiting. But you don't have to wait. Maybe Tone's right. Maybe there is something here. I'd be definitely keeping an eye on that. We'll bring you another show tomorrow if we can. Definitely Friday. Let's see if we can get some clarity on this thing throughout the week. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys. Oh, you want to mention your fight?
No. I got to fight with the wife first.